It's so funny when I say that I'm single and people are immediately like, oh my god, but you could totally get a boyfriend. I know. Why would I want one though? Because right now I'm doing my makeup, getting ready to go hang out with my best friends.
Didn't ask. But gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing fine. Welcome back to the desert. As we'll move along with this one, let's finish this first.
In Paris on a Friday night, drinking Prosecco and blasting girly pop in my apartment, my own apartment where I live alone. And I spent the day at the spa and doing Pilates and reading. So until someone is gonna add more value to my life, why would I settle for anything else?
Oh, well, anyone can add value to that life because your life has zero value. Let me phrase it that way. What she said, what she bragged about is, I'm a consumer. I'm going to go to Paris to consume some more. Then I'm going to consume in my lonely apartment to buy some new crap I don't even need. And I'm going to consume this and consume that. And I'm going to be a self-absorbed hedonist that adds no value to anyone's life. Come wife me up. No, thank you. I'll reject. And you will as well, gentlemen. I don't need to pitch you this idea, all right? Can I get a raise of hand if someone cares that this woman is going to Paris to drink whatever bullcrap? Is someone gonna say, no, please don't go, stay here, I want to marry you, no, please, I'll do anything for you? Nobody cares. Oh, I'm gonna stop dating men, alright? We don't care, we don't give a shit, to be honest with you. But gentlemen, as mentioned, we'll do our TikToks, we'll do our articles as we always do, but today I got something a bit more special for you, gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready, guys? I bring you an old friend of the channel. Tan tan tan. Holy mother loving crap. This is Kiera Bro, or whatever, Kiera Brew, however you pronounce it. The old dogs will know, alright? This is one of the first women I've covered. It's been 2 years since I covered her. She hasn't grown any more attractive, but let's see if she has grown any more wise.
Have you seen the women over 35 confirming that living with men isn't worth it? And like all of them are saying, no, I love my husband, but he moved into the guest house and somehow he thinks he's punishing me. He's not. Or like there's women who are still married and love their husbands, but said it if they were younger, they wouldn't get married again if they could choose, if they could go back. I've seen videos about it. I've seen TikToks about it. Girls Gotta Eat podcast just did an interview.
Oh, I've seen it, guys. I've seen it in my own echo chamber. I've seen it all. No, I trust you. I really trust you. It's all you see. This woman, guys, has spent the last 2 years since I know her and before that as well, just in the same echo chamber. She hasn't learned anything new, didn't ask for any new perspectives. Why don't you go and ask a happy wife how she feels about a family, and not that currently divorced woman who was married for 2 years, all right? I'll tell you what I know. Nobody on his deathbed has said the words, oh, I just wish I hooked up more. Oh, I just wished I went to more discos and had more girl summers. You know, nobody has said those words. Let me tell you that. And why don't you go and ask the 67-year-old woman with 7 cats who is single all day? And if she crumbles down to the ground due to her illnesses, there will be nobody there to pick her up. Why don't you ask her how she feels about a married life?
Interview with a researcher of like sleep habits of people in relationships and what they prefer, and they were saying that women often get better sleep alone because they're more easily distracted, like when people come into the room, and a lot of people do prefer sleeping in separate bedrooms or separate houses. Like living separately actually benefits particularly women more. And like we've seen the studies talking about how men benefit more from marriage, women tend to live longer and be happier when they're single. But now to be hearing and seeing these women on TikTok and hearing the research on podcasts of like women who are married still and love their husbands, but are like, yeah, no, I think it's set up for men. I think his life is better. I think I've been drained. And so,
guys, if you're wondering if you need a quotation, right, where she's pulling this data from, it's from Harari, all right? Just so you know.
This new landscape paradigm and information regarding how women feel right now in their socioeconomic place that is a newer place. I am wondering what, like, the younger generation, what they think of relationships and marriage, because I've heard a little bit of, like, some of them aren't really into marriage. Some of them maybe. I'm wondering if they have that archetype in their head the way that I know my generation still does have that, because we grew up watching certain kinds of movies, certain kinds of TV shows. Like, that was really, really there. And we didn't have TikTok, and we didn't have women being honest to our face. We had what our teachers told us and what people posted on Instagram with their boyfriends. And, you know, a lot of people that I went to school with or grew up with are maybe married, maybe engaged, maybe have a house, maybe they are more traditional in their lifestyle. But I'm wondering, like, this next generation, how they're seeing relationships, and if it is more modern and if it is different, because they have so much more access to women saying, no, if I could go back, I would choose different. And that's crazy. Even, like, the interviews on the street of, like, the older ladies who are, like, so happy, and they're like, what's your secret? And they're like, stay single and have a glass of wine every day, or whatever that lady said, who's like 102. Anyways.
Well, gentlemen, just analyze who pushes for marriage. Men usually push for marriage. They are 20. They want to get married. They want to have a family. They want this. They want that. They want the children, all that. When it comes to 30 years old, almost no men are thirsty for marriage at 30 years old. Notice how it's women who are thirsty for marriage at 30. You know, they've already had their youth taken away by Chad, and now it's just convenient to them, really. So you don't see a lot of men walking around these 30, 40-year-old women begging on their knees for marriage. It's women, right? So this whole narrative of, oh, it turns out marriage doesn't benefit women at all, it's a scam. If it's a scam, why do so many women want a ring, want a provider, and want to leech off of a man? You know, you carry this modern boss babe narrative around. Carry it up until your tomb, all right? Don't come around at 40 saying, we're all the good men. But anyway, gentlemen, Kiera Brew hasn't learned anything new, it appears. So let's move on to another TikTok.
This is just another day to be glad to be born Slavic, because you're literally shamed in your household for chasing boys. Literally chasing a boy in a Slavic household is so embarrassing that both genders are gonna just shame you for that. Your parents, your grandparents, they're gonna be like, especially granddads. So I just grew up knowing that you get them by doing nothing. You get them actually by being useless. But if you want to attract them, you can also take advantage of the law of thought transmission, where you start thinking really intensely about someone, a part of your day, then you can even think like really intimate thoughts, if you know what I mean. And surefire, they're gonna start thinking that too. So you can influence them with the thought. Literally, you don't have to do anything. You can just think. And don't think for the whole day, because that's clinging and that's chasing.
Wow. Sorry, as we played another. Please, no, I don't want to see another. Bro, why did it switch to... Fucking TikTok made it such a stupid application. But anyway, gentlemen, before we move on to the next one, is this true, chat, that just by thinking about someone you make them like you? Wow, I wish men knew about that. All these whiners, all these crybabies here, I get no attention, I get no women. Just think about her, bro. Have you tried that? For 5 minutes a day, she's gonna be sucking your banana next thing in the morning. I wish men knew that. But anyway, the main point, outside of the whole whimsical, crappy manifestation bullcrap, is that women really don't need to do anything. She's right. They don't need to do anything. They just need to sit on their butts and look pretty. And then when you approach them, to not have the stench of their triple-digit body count. If that's all put in place, not a 304, pleasant to look at, and a good person, that's it. They just need to sit there and they'll get approached by a couple dozen men. So let's finally move on, guys, to our last one, and let's see what this woman has to say.
Ladies, listen up, lock in. For 2025, we're bringing back If He Wanted To, He Would. I'm traveling by myself in Ireland right now, and my boyfriend was like, hey, go to this shop. There's an order ready for you. What is it? A beautiful bouquet of flowers. Because what? If he wanted to? Yeah, he would. Yeah.
Oh, look how happy she is, gentlemen. She is so happy. Probably doesn't deserve those flowers, if you ask me. Just by her tone, I can smell the 304. Just the timbre of her voice. But gentlemen, let's use that as well. If she wanted to, she would. If she wanted to have a serious family and for you to treat her with dignity and respect, she wouldn't have disrespected her own body and given it away to 75 bad boys in her youth, alright? If she wanted to, she would. If she wanted to not be a 304, she wouldn't have done fatherless behavior. Let's use this as well. Women cannot shut their mouths about if he wanted to, he would. So, I don't know, let's just start using it as well. My thought. Gentlemen, let's move on to our article story. It's a very important one. Title is, how do I take a girl out with a car? You just have to speed up a lot. I really like this girl from my... Alright, it's a different question. I really like this girl from my university and we've been flirting for like a week now and I want to take her out on a date, but I don't have a driver's license yet. How can I pull it off without seeming like a loser? Well, first off, you're a loser. You don't even have a driver's license. That is just embarrassing. I don't care if you have 15. But anyway, I just don't want to be in the same city that this guy will be driving, trying to impress some young 304. But gentlemen, let's move on to a bit more serious article, right? This was not it. I just saw this, how do I take a girl out with a car? And immediately pressed it, you know, trying to learn something new, but it turned out to be something different. Alright, let's move on to how many of you are okay with a girl who openly says she has no ambitions and goals and just wants to be a housewife. Honestly, this threw me off a lot. Like, sure, once we have kids, I don't mind her staying at home with the kids and taking care of everything. In my eyes, I see both of us working, saving up money to travel, marriage, and save up money for kids. In my opinion, I'd want the girl to have her own goals and ambitions, and I'd support her along the way. Sure, if she's having troubles finding what she wants to do with her life, I said we could build something from the ground up together. Hopefully we could automate it and retire together. And her response was, you are the man of the house, you do it and I'll be at home. Are a lot of people okay with this type of behavior? Seems odd to me. My mom's like, I don't condone that type of relationship, especially since every single one of your cousins' wives have their masters, or is a doctor, or has some type of ambitions/goals. Oh, they have a master's, gentlemen. Oh, wow, they have a master's. I even offered to teach her stocks since she got laid off and couldn't learn to invest instead of pancaking. She doesn't have a job. And she goes, you do it. You take my money and double it. I could, but it's the principle of wanting to learn to build a future with me. Sure, if I was making over 2 people's salary, I obviously wouldn't mind her staying at home, but I don't. I'm a mid-level engineer. So this guy doesn't have a master. Absolute garbage in society. Anyway, this man just found the dream woman for a lot of men. And he doesn't like her. This is crazy, guys. Why don't you be a little of a boss babe for me, please? Now, if you ask for me, guys, and let me know your opinions down below, I personally really don't care. My woman wants to stay at home or work. I mean, I will honestly prefer it if she stays at home. It's just way more convenient for me. But if she doesn't and wants to chase her goals and career, really wouldn't mind. Don't care. But I just don't understand how you find what most men dream about and you don't like it. The problem we us men have is not that women have goals or ambitions. It's not that we don't want them to have them. It's that it's went to the extreme, right? It's went to women not being family oriented at all and just wanting to be a boss babe, all right? It's turned into women who give more authority to their managers than to their husbands. right? And when their husbands ask them to make them a sandwich, they go, "Oh, I'm not your mother." But then when the manager asks for a coffee, they bring it in their short skirt, you know? They smile more to their managers. It's went to an extreme where this whole boss babe career is so tiring for men. And when women start to brag about the university degrees and, "Oh, I wouldn't date you, you don't have a master's," just so, get out of here. So let's see some of the comments, guys. "You're not her match, move on, she's been open and honest, now it's your turn." Another one says, "Nothing wrong with her goals, maybe just a mismatch. My friend is looking for a woman who wants to be a housewife. He wants to fund a woman's life. She cooks and does more housework. Yada yada. It's a turn off, it's a turn off. You have right to your feelings. Find someone who will work." Yeah, you have it easy. Like 90% of women or above want to work and be modern and independent. This one says, let's read the last one. "Theoretically, I'm 100% fine with her not working. I do want her to have interest, but they don't have to be related to a career. And I do make enough that this is feasible. But why does it matter what the rest of us think? You're the one who makes decisions for your life." It's a bit odd how he's asking other people when only you can make the decision. And again, most men would want that kind of wife. But anyway. Gentlemen, what did you think about our article story? What did you think about our video? Have you missed Kiera Brew or Bro or Broy or whatever? Let me know down in the comments, guys, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.